Now, I love being a mom. I really do. And in fact, I quite enjoy most of the time being a single mom. This shit is not fair. The world is not set up for single moms. You will struggle. I don't care what job you have. I don't care how much you get paid. Especially in this economy right now, okay? The world is not set up for single mothers. It will be fucking hard. It will test you in ways that you didn't know that you could even be tested. You will have to fight.
I talked about that woman's video yesterday, but I said that I was going to talk about it as a standalone. She went viral. She said, "I didn't get to live. I didn't." And she became a mother at 21 and lost her entire youth to a man who abandoned her. This is exactly why I tell women, stop sacrificing your youth for men who will leave you anyway. Stop giving your 20s to a man. Stop giving your life force to the patriarchy. This screenshot is from a blog post from the blogger and feminist Zahn. In this one, it says, "Your time is as important as his. Time is the most valuable asset we have, and women's time is just as valuable as men's. It's an act of abuse to expect you to do more work than he does, to relax while you clean or cook, or to otherwise rob you of your time." This part right here. Men who steal your time are stealing your life. And some women and girls are giving their time to these men. Now, I do know and understand that from the time that we are little girls, we are socialized and indoctrinated to be caretakers, to want to get married and all of this. But that's the reason why I do what I do every single day, because we have got to deprogram women and girls starting now. We needed to do it 2 generations ago, but we're going to do it now. And the reason why we show these clips, why we show these videos, because we're seeing the aftermath. Women have been going through these things for a long time, but the game changer, what we have right now, we have video footage of women crashing out. We have women making posts. We have social media platforms where we're talking amongst ourselves in community. So we are talking and we're sharing, and I want you to start sharing with your daughters so that they stop giving up their lives for these men and boys. I told y'all I was going to take some notes, and I did that. One of the things that I say all the time, stop giving your 20s to these men. Stop doing so much, because this should be the time that you are focused on your education and your career. Because I do know and understand that women are going to get married. They're going to have babies. But you need to be able to move in and out of relationships like you can move in and out of jobs that are no longer serving your purposes. So if you have a job, if you have career history, even if you fall out of work for a little bit, if you have certifications or things that you can do from home, you'll be able to adjust a lot easier than some of these women who get stuck because they do not have financial independence. Your 20s should also be for learning who you are, who you want to be, the type of person that you want to pair up with, the value system, your belief system. All of these things can be found in your 20s. You should be doing that through your education, through traveling, through, checking out different careers, because one thing I did this. You go to school for one thing and you figure out you absolutely hate it. But if you're in your 20s and you don't yet have kids and you're not locked into some kind of life where you have to stay at a job, then you can move around. You could try something else new. Your 20s should be for exploring who you are, getting your finances together, and making sure that you are setting yourself up the best way that you can. This is your time where you are building hobbies, you're building strong friendships, you're checking out different places, all of that. You're getting these memories and things together. So you're having fun. This is your time. And so many women have given their 20s to men, especially because men make it like, if you're 25 and unmarried, if you're 30 and unmarried, you're going to hit this wall, you're going to die alone and all of that. But this is the reason. Listen to this. Stop listening to them. They're pushing women into this because they don't want women to know themselves and be able to have that assertiveness, know who they are, finances, because it is easier to control these women that are young, that don't have any financial stability. Something else I want to talk about. We are more than just a wife and a mother. And we have seen these mother-in-laws or these overbearing mothers, these boy moms, these pageant moms that have no life outside of their children. Some of these content creators that have no personality outside of being a wife. The only thing that they have, like if they were to get divorced, all of their content would go away because their whole personality centers around being a wife and a mother. You need to be something more than that so that you don't become empty, or so that your whole life doesn't fall apart if the relationship ends and when your children leave the nest, because inevitably they will leave the nest. So you need to still have some bit of yourself. You need to have things in balance. And this is not me being inflammatory or saying hate men or whatnot. But we have talked about this. We share women's stories. These men can opt in or out of parenthood, even when they have kids. So women need to be able to financially support themselves. They need to be okay. They need to have a support system. You can't lose yourself, because some of them will purposely isolate you. They isolate you so they can control you. And we've seen this. We've talked about this. This is the reason why I will continue to say, keep your friends, keep your hobbies and all of that. And make sure that you keep your certifications and professional connections as well. Because if these dudes leave, and we know relationships end, we know that divorces happen, and we know that women are not getting very much money. So you need to have a sense of self-preservation for yourself and a sense of survival, but you have to also be ready to survive with these kids in tow. Because like this woman was saying, she gets $250 a month. That is absolutely nothing. You could easily spend that going to the store for 1 or 2 trips. That is nothing. So you have what are your plan B, C, D, E, F, G, L, M, N, O, P? What are your extra plans? Because it is expensive to have kids these days. It's so expensive right now in this economy. But basically, I'm going to just wrap this up, and then at the tail end, I'm going to put her whole video on the end. Do not let the patriarchy steal your youth, your life force, and your financial future. I'm going to say that again. Don't let the patriarchy steal your youth, life force, and financial future, because these men will connect to you. They will connect to you like the colonizers that they are, to suck you dry of your time, energy, and resources. But you have got to learn how to pour into yourself, pour into other women, pour into random girls up the street, so you can tell them, don't allow the patriarchy, don't allow men to steal your youth, life force, and financial future. I think I'm gonna wrap it up there. Like I said, I did take notes as I was listening to that woman, because she is distraught. She is crashing out, but we can change things for the next woman.
Okay, this is a crash out post. I'm currently crashing out. Sorry in advance. Women, do not get married and have kids unless you plan on and are capable of becoming a single mom. Because 9 times out of 10, 8 times out of 10, I don't know, statistically high, that's probably what's going to happen to you. Now, I love being a mom. I really do. And in fact, I quite enjoy most of the time being a single mom. This shit is not fair. The world is not set up for single moms. You will struggle. I don't care what job you have. I don't care how much you get paid. Especially in this economy right now, okay? The world is not set up for single mothers. It will be fucking hard. It will test you in ways that you didn't know that you could even be tested. You will have to fight for those kids, most likely. You will have to fight for those kids. You will have to wake up every morning and question, just real talk, if motherhood is really something that you want anymore, because these men make it so hard. moments of motherhood that you could have had, but you were stuck in survival mode. So you didn't even really get to enjoy it. You're just fucking surviving, trying to raise these kids, trying to do the best you can. Then you get $250 a month. What the fuck? That is pennies. That is the gas money it is taking me to drop them off at their father's house and pick them back up. $250 a month. And my ex is a nurse. $250 a month. I'm sorry. Oh, I don't even know if I'm going to post this. These men will take everything from you. They will promise you so much. They will promise you so much. And it will feel great at first. It will feel peaceful at first. And for some fucking reason, when you have their child, they will abandon you. They will discard you. Even if they don't cheat, even if they don't do anything significant, they'll emotionally turn away from you to the point where you leave. I left. I can't be in that. It is not what we were promised. It is not what you think it is. I promise you. I promise you. And before you come on here and say, oh, well, my situation's not like that. Good for you, honey. You are in the 1% of women that are very lucky. Because the rest of us don't have that. And the rest of us become single moms. And it sucks because all I wanted was to be a mom. I love being a mom. But the best parts of my motherhood were taken from me. And in fact, the first time I got pregnant, the man said he couldn't have kids. And then fought me in court for 5 years. Fought me in court for 5 years. To take away my son that he claimed in the beginning he wasn't even capable of producing because he didn't want to wrap it up at first. Yeah. Yep. I can't handle it. I can't handle this. I can't handle men anymore. Y'all are liars. You lie to women. You promise us a lot. We are objects to you. We are things that you put on your shelf. I am a human being, and my life is forever changed. My life is forever changed. I will never be the same. My youth was stolen from me. I had to put my boots on the ground and become a single mom at 21 years old. I didn't get to live. I didn't get to live. I didn't. My life is not what I wanted it to be. Not even close. But I love being a mom. I'm holding space for two things at one time. Just don't date men. We are at a point in society where we are waking up to the reality of the patriarchy, which is a very real thing that I didn't used to believe in, and I fucking do now. To what men are really like. I will never see the change in men that I need to see to feel safe enough to ever date again in my entire life. It will take too long. The change that we need to see in men will take too long. It's 100, 200 years from now. So that's my life. So just don't date men. Just don't. Just focus on yourself. And don't have kids with the wrong person. And I don't know how to tell you what man is the right man because I thought they both were. I thought they both were the right man, and they were not.